to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life removing pain. Lord, let my words heal a heart that hurts. I want to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life mending broken people.
Welcome to another 3ABN cooking program. We are
The Micheff sisters.
I'm Linda.
I'm Brenda. And I'm Cinda.
And today we have a wonderful program
Yes,
for
we
you.
do.
It's called
Marvelous Muffins. And they are marvelous, too. I like that name. It
I
just
do,
kind of
too.
rolls off your tongue.
My assistant, Melissa Hoffman, actually named that. She comes up with some good names for our
She
shows.
does.
and I'm excited. I love muffins.
Shall we
Oh.
see what we're going to do today?
That's a good
We're
idea.
going to start off with peanut butter muffin cups.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's got
those are
peanut
good.
butter in it. It's got to be good.
That's right.
Ooh, and then oatmeal blueberry muffins.
Oh, I love blueberries in anything. And then we have pumpkin duffins. I can't
Oh.
wait to tell you about that.
Yeah, that she didn't mispronounce that,
And
folks.
we have mini strawberry muffins.
Ooh, and those
strawberry.
look so cute. Oh, cinnamon streusel muffins.
Now those are really, really good. I did have some of those. And then raisin bran muffins.
That sounds kind of healthy.
I know, and good too.
That sounds like breakfast.
Well, muffins you can really have any time of the day, don't you think?
Yeah,
I think so.
that's a neat thing about them. And you can even make them into a dessert, or you can just make them into a breakfast meal or whatever.
Grab it and
So,
go.
Yeah, a grab and go. That's Well, we're going to get
What's your first recipe?
our first recipe is the peanut butter cup muffins.
Peanut butter cup
so,
muffins?
Okay, sis, why don't you read this?
Okay, I'll read the recipe for you. For this, you will need 2 cups of unbleached flour, 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cups of pure maple syrup, 1/2 cup of agave nectar, 1/2 cup of crunchy natural peanut butter, 1/4 cup of oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of soy milk, and 1/2 cup of sweetened carob chips.
You know what? I prefer crunchy peanut butter over smooth. So I'm going to like these.
I
know,
like
the
crunchy
neat-
or smooth. I just love peanut butter.
The neat thing about these muffins, if you noticed, there is no eggs,
That's right.
no dairy,
No, and any of our muffins today.
and they hold together
Yes.
just fine. You're
That's
going to
right.
see that.
Yeah, some people think you just have to have eggs to be the binder to hold
Yep.
things together, and we're going to show you that is not true.
It's not true. So we're going to start out with our dry ingredients, and we have unbleached flour here. And then we're going to put some whole wheat flour in it. Okay.
All right.
And then we have just about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we have our aluminum-free baking powder. And you
Okay.
can get that probably in most grocery
Grocery stores have it, yes.
Yeah.
Used to you had to go to a natural food store,
Yeah,
but
at most grocery stores.
yeah, now it's everywhere.
I get mine at Walmart.
Everything at Walmart. For those of you who live in other countries around the world, that's a store that has all kinds of different things in it. Everything from food to baby blankets and baby diapers and cleaning supplies and everything else
For
in
car
between.
parts and
car
whatever,
parts. I mean,
yeah.
it has everything, so we kind of joke about that.
Okay. Now you're going to just make like a well in the middle. And look like a hole in the middle right there. And now we're going to put all our liquid ingredients in here. We've got our soy milk.
Can you use almond milk if you want?
You can use almond milk. All right, this is the agave nectar.
And agave nectar is has a high glycemic index, so that
Now,
most diabetics can use
Canola
that.
oil, or you can use your favorite kind of oil. And we've got some pure maple syrup.
Oh, I love maple syrup.
Oh, yeah.
I miss the syrup that you and Jim used to give us that you know,
Well,
made
we
yourself.
don't really make maple syrup anymore. We had a little problem.
What? What was the problem?
Well, we had this huge big barrel, and my husband was boiling down the sap, and he asked me if I would watch it, you know, for him because he had to go.
This ain't gonna end well.
And I thought, well, yeah, I can. And I went inside. I had the window right there, and I was kind of watching it, but I must have got busy cooking or something. Next thing I knew, when I looked up, there was he and a whole bunch of people were out trying to get a fire out. It was a whole grass was burning and everything else. And he didn't ever ask me to do it again. He just lost interest in making it, I think. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm not really the best one to make maple syrup.
It sure was
it
good,
was
though.
good.
Yeah, now he just buys it.
Well, it takes a long time, doesn't it? Hours and
Oh,
hours.
yes.
It's not an easy thing
Well,
to
it
do.
looked fine. You know, so he just told me to watch it.
You watched it. Watched it burn. I was watching it all right.
Anyways, I lost that job position.
Doesn't sound like she's too upset, does it?
No.
Well, quite honestly, around that any kind of smoky fire and stuff, I don't like that smell that gets in your hair and all that
Oh,
smoky
no,
smell.
I don't mind that at all because I like to camp.
Oh, I
there's
love
nothing
to
like
camp.
a good campfire. And it's that outdoor smell, sis.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Now we're
Yeah.
just
Somebody else.
we're just mixing it all together till it's well blended.
Can I
And
spray
you know,
this pan for you, sis?
that's the nice thing about muffins too. You don't have to
Yes,
have a
would you
lot of
spray that?
electronic gadgets because
You want the
muffins
baking?
you don't
Yes.
want to whip and blend. You just kind of stir until it's a little bit lumpy even.
We have a special nonstick cooking spray that's just for baking. It has some flour in with it too. So she's wanting me to use this one particular for.
Well, you don't want to get something that has too much
I'm spraying
oil or
over
whatever,
here so that I don't get them all, you know.
because it burns the outside of the muffins if you have too much in it. So that one kind of
You want just on the bottom, sis?
yes. So if you do use any, you can
How's
use
that?
any spray. Just make sure there's not a
Ooh,
lot.
that smells good.
All right. Now, if you could dump my chips in, I care
Okay,
of chips.
there you go. Melissa, do we have a scoop that I could use, please? So,
And it's like a fourth a cup that you put in each muffin, but we just are going to fill each one of those. And
Okay.
then at my oven at home, I bake this at 400 degrees, but here I had to do it at 350. So you're just going to have to, and it takes about 15 minutes and they're done. So it really doesn't take long for muffins. So that's kind of the exciting thing about that. So,
so just take a little bit like this
yep,
and just right in the pan.
that's right.
And I just, from when I'm doing it, I just divide it all evenly.
I do that, and then I go around and add to it.
Yeah.
So it's going to make 12 muffins is what it's
And
going to do.
they're going to rise up nice,
That's
just like
right.
that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And they're nice and light and tasty. And, Cinda's going to show you.
I mean, you know, I feel like I should do this.
I think, sis,
know?
that somebody has to be our taster. I think we nominate you, right, sis?
Yes.
Drum roll, please.
That's
And
very good.
you know something else that's very good is your oatmeal blueberry muffins.
Uh-oh. Can you read the recipe for me, please?
I'll read the
I'm a
recipe.
little busy.
For this, you will need 1/2 cup of quick oats, 1½ cups of whole wheat flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, and you will also need 3 tablespoons of water, 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce, 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries, 1/3 cup of pure maple syrup. You will also need for the glaze 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of pure almond extract.
This is a very...
Before you get started, can I just say, I want to say one thing about my recipe.
You can say anything
All
you
right.
want.
Now,
I'm all ears.
Okay, this is really important. If you make the recipe, this recipe is designed...
What do you mean if they make it? Of course they're going to make it. It's really good. Yeah, I can tell you that.
The peanut butter needs to be natural. If you're going to use any other kind of peanut butter, then you might need to, you're going to have
Add
to
more
adjust
flour
it.
or something.
Yeah, more flour or something, because it's not going to turn out very good. So you
Well,
need,
because the regular
There's a big
peanut butter
yeah,
has
because there's more oil in it, and this is
Natural
just a
peanut butter
natural
isn't.
peanut butter that just has peanuts in it. That's
Yeah.
what I used, yeah.
So make sure you do use the natural.
Okay,
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
my daughter Katie, she makes her own peanut butter.
Yeah.
No, she does.
Yeah, she does, and it's
And-
good. You
and
can do it too in your blender.
She taught your grandsons how to do it. And so Jason and Michael will come over and they go, Auntie, can we make peanut butter today?
There's always peanuts at Auntie Sita's house.
Yes, that's true. I love peanuts.
I love them too.
And something
But
else
you know
I
what?
love is blueberries.
Brenda loves blueberries.
I do.
But you know,
I eat them
have,
every day. They're
I
so
do
good for
too.
you.
I
They're
have
full of
blueberries almost
antioxidants.
every day.
Yeah, I love them.
They're really good for you. And so you're going to love this recipe because it's very easy and it has blueberries.
That's right. Anything with blueberries.
So-
It's good for your memory.
That's right.
Start with all
The older
your...
I get, the more I'm needing that.
Huh? Start with all your dry ingredients. And I'm going to make sure I get all that.
Yeah,
because
'cause
you know,
Mom is
Mom's
watching.
watching.
Mom, I
She's
want you
gonna
to
say,
see.
you left half
Look,
that.
Mom. She got it all out. Look at that. Aren't you proud of her?
And she said that because we needed, you know, we needed to watch our dollars and our pennies and our nickels.
Yeah, Mom made sure every single drop with nothing was wasted in our
Nothing.
house because, you know, money was, your food was precious because money was scarce, so.
You know what I like about this is I added the nutrients of oats.
Uh-huh.
And-
I love oats.
And I love oats.
And they're good for us.
And they're, I just like the
Healthy oats.
the texture that it gives the muffins too. So just combine your dry ingredients and then make a little indentation in the center.
A little well in the center.
Well, you can if you want. And then what I've done, and I should have talked about this first, but I took the tablespoon of flaxseed oil and 3 tablespoons of the water, and I've already mixed it together. And
Let it set for a while.
yes, and let me show you what this, it gels. And it kind of gets an egg-like consistency.
Which helps
See
hold
that?
your muffins.
And it helps
Yeah.
bind it, exactly. So I'm gonna add this to the center. And you need to mix that, the reason why you need to mix it is it needs to sit for a good 5 minutes to get that consistency. And now I'm gonna put natural unsweetened applesauce. And,
Sis, you're so much fun to make applesauce with.
oh, I know.
Love homemade applesauce. We have a good time.
We
making
go over to Brenda's house and make the mess over at her house. but anybody who knows Brenda, she's still got the mess under control because she lays down tarps all over her kitchen floor, and then she sets up the station where we boil.
And my husband made me an applesauce table for all our equipment, so it's
It is awesome.
He literally built it, custom built, so it's perfect for us. So it really is nice.
I just go do mine with Mom.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I would do that too if I lived near
Yeah,
Mom,
absolutely.
but we all would. But
Yes.
still, it's boy, we have so much
Yeah.
fun. I mean,
Well, I have to put those tarps down because when you're making applesauce and the apple juice can go everywhere and it's sticky, and I am a clean freak.
hey, but we have fun.
Yeah,
don't
we
worry
do.
we don't worry about the mess. That's my motto on Tiny Tots. We don't worry about the mess because we
true.
have fun cleaning up. Okay, you want to stir it just to combine. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about the blueberries. I use fresh blueberries. So the reason why, if you're going to use frozen blueberries, do not let them thaw out unless you like blue muffins.
They're pretty.
Because
It'll be a batter.
They'll be pretty, but they're going to be
Actually, that kind of blue batter mixed with this here is not a pretty blue.
Yeah.
I'll just grant, yeah, you want, I would just say fresh muffins, I mean
Yeah.
fresh blueberries. You can get fresh blueberries, you know, in the
can.
grocery store year round nowadays, I think.
Aren't you going to mix those
Would
in?
you,
Oh, look at her. Well, y'all sidetracked me, so I,
can I
So
spray
just-
this for you?
Yes, please. So
You
gently.
want the baking spray too?
Sure. So gently fold this in, and same if you use the frozen, just real gently fold them in.
Okay.
And then divide that between in your muffins. And then I like to cover them with just a little bit of a lemon glaze. And so I just wanted to show you, I had somebody that said, why don't you show how to do the glaze on the TV, because we don't know what you're talking about. It's so simple. You have to use lemon juice. Sometimes you can use water, sometimes you can use an almond or a soy milk. But I wanted the lemon flavor to cover the
And you're just
on the
using
top.
a powdered sugar.
So this is a powdered sugar, a cup of powdered sugar, and then I used fresh squeezed lemon juice. I like to mix my vanilla and almond extract. I love almond extract. In fact, I prefer it over the vanilla for a frosting. And then it looks like a lot of powdered sugar, but you'll see it combines and down into very liquid. And so this isn't going to be thick at all. You want it just thin enough to where you're going to be able to drizzle it over the top of the muffins. See how that powdered sugar just kind of reduced way down and it's still liquid? Mm-hmm. And then what I do, see how it's just perfect for drizzling. What I do is I take this and I put it into a plastic, little plastic baggie. I kind of hold the top, snip just a teeny little cut off the bottom, and then you can just squeeze it out, and it's really easy, and then you just throw
you
the
do it
bag
off
away.
the bottom or like at the side of the bag?
I do it in one of the bottom corners,
Bottom corners.
and I just
I think
snip a
you
little
have
bit.
to
I
taste
meant.
one of those. I think that's right. I put one over there just for her to taste. Because she's our official taster on the program,
So
right?
you can do it with, like, for grab and go, I like to do little papers. But,
Yeah,
oh,
muffin.
look at that blue goodness in there.
Now that's delicious.
They're good if I do say so myself.
I'm living
And I
vicariously
do.
through her. But, so, all right, let's look at that one right over there.
I think, sis, you've made some pretty delicious muffins
Well, first
coming
let's
up.
take a hers, and yes, next coming up is our pumpkin duffins. And I can't wait to tell you the story about this, but first let me read the recipe for you. For this you will need 1/3 cup of original flavored almond milk, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, 2/3 cup of margarine, 3/4 cups of dark brown sugar, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin, and 2 tablespoons of applesauce. You will also need for the topping 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Now, this is one of those kind of recipes that I absolutely love because there's got some of my favorite pumpkin. It's got some, cinnamon. I love those flavors that go together. It kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving when we use those. We think of pumpkin, but pumpkin you can have all year long. Now that we have pumpkin in a can that you can have.
Okay, I get the pumpkin's good for you. I get, I love cinnamon. I get that these are healthy. I don't get duffin.
Well, I'm glad you asked because have you ever heard of a duffin?
I thought Melissa had made a typo, which
Well-
Melissa doesn't make a mistake on anything if anybody knows her. And I was
Exactly.
like, aha, I got her. And I said, Melissa, duffin? And she was like, just wait. And I was like,
Well, actually, I just came back from spending a month in Australia and New Zealand, and over there, I found a lot of bakery shops. I love to go into the bakery shops, by the way, and I will go. In fact, I take pictures of all their little layers and layers of pastry stuff. I can't wait to show you because it gives me ideas of if we have things to do and how to decorate.
love
I love
pastries.
doing that. But guess what I saw at all these pastry shops? I saw duffins. And I said, what is a duffin? And it's a combination of a donut and a muffin, and they call them Duffins. And I was like,
wow.
all right, I'm just going to call my pumpkin, it was going to be a pumpkin donut muffin. I said, no way. For all my friends in New Zealand and Australia, this one's for you. It's pumpkin Duffins.
I can't wait to taste this because it sounds good to me. I love any kind of pastry.
Well, and it is kind of a texture like that too, almost like a donut muffin. So I thought, isn't that cool? A Duffin. I never heard of that before, but now you can, make your own Duffin too. So we're going to start off with a couple things. First, Cinda, I have my almond milk and some lemon juice. We're going to kind of, sometimes you will have a buttermilk in a recipe. Well, we're going to make our vegan form of buttermilk, and just with the almond milk and the lemon juice, we're going to let that set and kind of curdle a little bit, okay? So while she's doing that, Linda, you've got your margarine over here, and I want you to cream that with the sugar, okay? And here's you a spatula that you can use. And everybody else can just cover their ears for a moment. So, sis, when that's creamy, that's when you're done, okay? So, let it, it's kind of a not very noisy mixer.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, she's...
The messy sister goes for the noises, not noisy. It's okay, sis, we like to make messes here. It means you're having fun.
Okay, so...
That's what it means.
All right, now while she's mixing over there, you just get a mix away, and she's gonna get that smooth. Sis, I need all these dry ingredients mixed here. So our flour and and you can just put that over there when you're done.
Well, it's gonna have all this.
How does this look? Is it done?
Let's see. Let's take a look over here. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, looking nice and smooth. Good job. Well done. Okay, you can scooch that out of there. And Cinda's doing a really great job getting all our dry ingredients here. And I'm just going to take a fork and...
Yeah, get that out.
There you go. Look at all that ginger. And then we're just going to combine all the dry ingredients like this. And then, sis, I wasn't done with you yet over there. I didn't know you were going to take that off. So I would have just added that pumpkin right there. But that's okay.
Well, I might be able to put it back in.
Oh no, we're going to watch you. We're going to show. Not everybody all over the world has a mixer like this, so you might need to know how to do.
Another fine mess I got myself.
So sis, now you get the unique opportunity of actually blending this in by hand. How awesome is that? Let's just see you go at it like that.
It's your lucky day, sis.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
So you can
Give
just
those muscles a work.
combine that in there, and while she's doing that, I'm going to put the applesauce in there as well.
Okay.
Okay, so they got that. And now I want to just show you this. Can we just take a look down here? I want to show you how this looks all curdled. Can you get a really close-up of that one where you can see how curdled this is? And see, look at that.
It thickens it, actually.
It kind of thickens, and you can tell that it's a little bit curdled. Okay? I'm going to put that right in here, sis, with all our wet ingredients. And it didn't take long to do that either, did it? Okay. Now, since you are, when you're doing muffins, making muffins, can I have that? Well, that's okay. I'll just use this one. When you're making muffins, you don't want to over, stir muffins because your texture will change. So instead of doing that, you did a really great job. I'm just going to add all this to the dry.
Because it gets more cake-like if it's
And you really want to just combine the moisture with the dry ingredients until the dry ingredients are moistened, until everything's moistened, and that's it. So here we go. So we're just going to
stir it in.
Yeah, you can fold it in, but you don't want to. You don't want a mixer, electric mixer, or I don't do it really fast. I kind of just want to fold in that dry because I want to preserve the texture. And it will. If you use a mixer to do this, it will change the texture of your muffin, of your Duffin. I mean,
But you know what? But you're right. It will change the texture of your muffin also.
Yes. Oh, thanks, sis. Good save. I'll go with that.
I'm there for you.
Yeah.
Grandma Micheff didn't ever use, she didn't use electric mixers.
She didn't
or
have any.
microwaves or anything.
No,
She didn't have any.
Well, that's true.
She didn't even use a potato peeler. She could peel a potato in thin strips with a knife, and she would just go, "No, hon, you don't need a potato peeler. You just do a knife. We show you how. See."
Grandma was raised in Hungary, and she never lost her really thick Hungarian accent, which I loved.
I
to
know,
this day.
I love to hear that.
You hungry, hon? You go in the fridge.
And
we
we've-
got it.
We've actually been back to Hungary, to the very village that our grandma was raised in.
yeah.
And her
That was
little house
awesome.
is still standing, and there's no floor, it's just a mud floor.
Mud floor. We visited our relatives.
Yes,
that
we
was
did.
fun.
So, okay, so now it's like this. Sis, can you just do a little squirt in there while you do? That direction. And I'm going to wipe
Oh well.
I'm going to wipe the Duffin batter off of my hands. And that's good. Well, perfect. Okay, and then again, I love these little scoopers. They make such, you can buy them anywhere, and kitchen stores tend to have a better quality of them, and they'll last a little longer.
It's about
But
a fourth a cup.
Also, what I like to
Measure
do,
it
because
for
the
it.
spray's really hard to just
Yes.
not just stay
Get on
inside
your
the cup.
pan,
It
that's
gets on
true.
the. I like to wipe it off because otherwise that browns
So
and discolors your pan.
all you're going to do is look at that. It makes a perfect scoop right in there. And then when they're cut out of the oven, if I had a muffin, right, I mean a Duffin right here, so I can't even remember it. Oh, Cinda's finding, good job.
I just happened to know where one was.
You're going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes until a toothpick gets inserted in the center, comes out clean. When that happens, you're going to take them out of the pan, and we're going to pretend this is really hot, like that, you know? And then you're going to just dip it in the, if this is just sugar and cinnamon in here, you're just going to dip it in there, and that is it.
No, it's not. This is it.
Voila! Well,
It's a good Duffin.
they're very, very good, and I hope you can make your Duffins. Here we have some right here for you as well. And if you were here, we'd just let you sample one of those. Well,
I'd share.
that's right. Well, sis, what else do we have coming up next is our Linda's mini strawberry muffins.
All right, let's read the recipe. 2 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/4 a cup of agave nectar, 1/4 a cup of pure maple syrup, 1 cup of soy milk, and 1/2 a cup of fresh strawberries, sliced or diced. Now these muffins are mini muffins. And so
And
it's,
actually, any muffin you could make a mini muffin
could.
out of.
And then you know what? You can eat more. Because they're many.
but the reason I do is because at school where I'm at, as I'm a dean at Great Lakes Adventist Academy, I have lots of girls, and so if I
Oh,
do the
yeah.
mini ones,
That
I
makes
can-
sense.
Yes. Otherwise,
They
you're
go farther.
baking all day long. So
Yes.
it's just better for me to do mini ones.
And you
I
like
see
to
that.
be dainty. Just a little mini muffin, please.
Okay. We're gonna
Don't
put
mind if I do.
we're gonna do the same thing. Mix all the dry ingredients together. And I've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt there, and some aluminum-free baking powder. Woo!
That always makes life more interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, a nice little white bowl there.
Okay.
So I'm just mixing all that together.
You better hurry up, Cinda's eating your ingredients.
Oh,
Put the
they're
strawberries
real.
over there.
I mean, they're fresh.
I use fresh ones.
Those are good.
I'm glad
take
you
another one.
enjoyed them. Your job is
Sound good.
I can't trust either of them. Okay, now.
I love fruit.
Yes, trust me, she does. Okay, we're going to put soy milk, your favorite kind, and I usually use more of a sweetened soy milk for this, but you don't have to. And I have some agave nectar.
So that'd just be original flavor, because if you want unsweetened, it'll say unsweetened.
Right.
So,
There we go. And your oil. I'm using canola oil.
okay.
And this is some pure maple syrup. It's my husband's favorite, so I
Okay.
usually do pure maple syrup for sweetener. And vanilla. Okay, she wants me to hand them this way. Okay.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to mix it together. I'm holding these.
Get over there. Did you see that? So good.
And if you have 2 sisters that are trying to eat your ingredients, then you just do it with one hand. So don't worry if you have a broken hand or whatever, you can do this.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Okay. All right, let me.
Hey, I did have a broken hand.
Yes, well, it's not too broken
I
now.
got wiped out on the ski slope.
Okay. Now I'm just getting it all
Now
mixed
this batter
together.
is a lot thinner than normal, what you would see as in a in a muffin
Yeah,
batter,
it
right?
is a little bit thinner.
Don't panic and go, why is this? Some batters are, just different, and this is a little bit thinner.
Yeah, I'm
Did
just
you want me to
getting
hold
some-
those strawberries
But it
for you?
kind of, no. It kind of, as you
trying to be
beat
helpful.
this.
Like she trusts us.
All right, they're going in here. Just put them in if you have this problem.
Says you're going to have to go deep sea diving now.
Okay, now if you could spray the pan for me, please. We're just about ready for it, but not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
And actually, if you want to add a few more fresh strawberries to it, you can, or you can add a little bit more to the top.
Yeah, yes. You just got all over
What
me.
happened?
Well, this is the one that has this is the nonstick spray that has a little bit of baking flour in it, and so it helps to get it
I'll
off.
give a
So.
little
Hey,
bit up
sis.
here.
Cover me. I'm going to go deep sea diving.
No, you're not getting my strawberries out of here. I don't know what you think you're going to figure out, but I'm watching. Okay. Now, what are you doing over there?
Oh, I was going deep sea diving.
All right.
And they were really good, I bet you.
treasure, real treasure.
Okay, and then you just you divide this up really in between the 24. It makes 24 of them. And we have some.
Well, first we
right,
got one right next to you that, if our official taster is going to try. Go ahead, sis. Let's hear it. See there? And we do have some already here prepared. Look at all those beautiful muffins that she just put a nice drizzle glaze over. Don't those look good? Good enough to eat, don't they?
I'm sure glad that you didn't eat all the strawberries, sis, because they're really good in here. I mean, man, you should put more strawberries in it next time.
We love you, sis. Our
Okay.
next recipe that is coming up, sis, this is your cinnamon streusel muffins.
I keep having a recurring problem.
Your
Could
mouth
you
is
read
full. Yes. For this, you will need 1/3 cup of, this is for the topping, you'll need 1/3 cup of dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup of pecans, 1/4 cup of quick oats, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of margarine softened. For the filling, you will need 3 tablespoons of margarine melted, 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar, 1½ tablespoons of cinnamon. For the batter, you'll need 1/2 cup of margarine melted, 3/4 cups of original flavored almond milk, 1/2 teaspoon of pure almond extract, 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, 6 tablespoons of water, 1 3/4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of quick oats, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg.
Now, these muffins may seem like they have a lot of ingredients and a lot of steps, but they really come together easy. And actually, this is a really good one to have your kids help you with.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I love to cook with children. They're so fun.
And sisters.
And sisters. Oh, well, that goes without saying. I love my sisters.
Do you know, my grandsons live real close to
A
Cinda.
mile away.
Yeah, and they love to cook with Auntie Sita. She's Auntie Sita to them. And Jason was telling me the other day that he was over there and how you're teaching them how to cook. She actually gets to see my grandkids more than I do because I travel so much. And Jason was telling me about all his cooking and this. And he goes, and then I went and I made a great big mess. And I said, oh, what did Auntie Sita do? She ran and got her camera.
I did. I told him we're making memories.
That's what he said. He said, Grandma, we're making memories.
And that's important too. Okay, so let's start off because there is some steps to this, but like I said, it's easy. I've already melted the margarine, and I'm going to add. Now, you don't have to add anything in any particular order. Y'all can just start dumping.
Okay.
Okay? And don't dump the flaxseed. That's
Okay.
While you guys are dumping, here you can get the rest of this out. While you guys are dumping, I'm going to tell you for the flaxseed, same thing like I told you earlier for the early blueberry oatmeal muffins I did. You're going to take the flaxseed and you're going to mix it with water and let it sit for at least 5 minutes so that it gels and it gets that egg white kind of consistency. See how it
this
kind of
smells
gels?
good.
Oh, that's the almond extract. I love
Do you
almond
smell that?
extract.
Can that go in now too?
Yes, I love almond extract. Okay, now, sis, if you mix all that up.
Go ahead, Linda. You got the good mixer.
got
I'm
this.
gonna. Oh,
I don't want you to have that left out feeling.
well, yeah. I wouldn't want that left out feeling at all.
That would be sad.
Yeah.
That's what Daddy always says to us when he
So
wants
we're
us
not.
to do
We're
something.
going to make sure you don't have that left out feeling. So you can add that.
Okay. So this
So
is gonna
add our
be-
soy milk
Okay.
and mix that up, and you just want to stir until combined. And I'm gonna, while you're stirring that, I'm gonna add the flaxseed.
Okay.
And not only is this a great binder, but it adds a lot of nutrition. And so I love to use that.
Okay.
Okay, there you go, sis.
Now what?
Okay, now there's our batter. So I'm going to put our batter in. If you'll give me this, I'm going to give you guys something to do. Sis, I need you to put our topping together. This is our streusel topping.
me get
So we're going to have
paper
you.
towel here.
How come
Excuse
you
me
have
one second.
Alaska on something down there?
Oh, you guys, I got to show you this. I was
is pretty cool.
I was recently speaking up at the camp meeting, an Alaska camp meeting, and they were just incredibly warm and friendly. In fact, they want to know when the Micheff sisters are going to come.
I'm in.
Elder Ken Crawford, who's our president of the Alaskan Conference up there, he presented me with this is a chopping block. And then look at this, it's a
is
chopper,
really
and it
nice.
has Alaska. And he said this is for us to use on the cooking show, so I can share with my sisters and to chop with. So this is the very first time, Elder Crawford, that I'll be using this on the program. Thank you very much. I tell you, I love Alaska. I love all the people there. They really opened their hearts to me, and it had a wonderful time. So let me just try this out and see how this works. We're going to just put a few nuts in here. And, oh, look.
You can roll it. You can rock it.
Well, let's, like this?
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
you're right. Oh, very good. Love it. Well, I think you should each take your turn, you know. Try just, you know.
See?
I wanted to share and share alike, and it's for all of us. So, yep. Oh, yeah.
See, I would just
Good
rock
plan. I don't know. It was a
Boy,
really
that's
good.
really sharp.
Yeah, I'm
Here,
going to try
sis.
this. Your turn.
I don't do so well with sharp things, but
Back up.
okay, it is
Isn't
pretty
that sharp?
cool.
Isn't that really
sharp?
cool?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
thank
really
you,
cool.
Alaskan Conference. I love you guys. Thank
Okay.
you so much, and we will get lots of good use out of this. Thank you.
Okay, well so what I'm going to have Brenda do is now you have some nuts chopped.
Yes.
So add your, no, just
Okay.
add your softened margarine. This is real softened
Okay.
margarine, and blend it with your sugar
Okay.
and your brown sugar, and I like the dark brown sugar. And then go ahead and blend it with your flour, your oatmeal, and your
Okay,
nuts, okay?
I'll do
Because
it.
that's our streusel topping.
All right.
Linda, this is going to be our surprise middle swirl that gives
Ooh,
you
I
that
get to do the
extra
surprise.
cinnamon. Yes, you get to
Okay.
do the surprise. So you want to mix your sugar and cinnamon in with your melted margarine. And I'm going to just spray this, and I'll spray you. No, I won't. I'm going to just spray this, and so I can show you how to swirl, how to do this.
I just want to know if you give my grandsons this job at all, and if they have squirted each other. That's what I think.
Actually, they don't, because
Oh, really?
there are some rules. We have fun,
Oh,
but there
okay.
are some rules, and we're not allowed, because I tell them this could get in your eyes and, and stain your
That's good.
clothes. And
Well, rules are important. That's
Yes,
why God
that's
gave us
true.
the 10 Commandments.
that's true.
Yeah.
And so I do tell them that we have rules, and so while we do have fun, and what's so nice about cooking vegan is they can taste the batter.
That and no raw eggs you have to worry about.
Nope.
That salmonella food
so-
poisoning
so
is
they
from raw
taste it?
eggs.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
They do really well, and I'm teaching them safety, about safety with using the oven and making sure they use the gloves and.
Oh, yeah, Michael said, oh, Grandma, he says, we get to turn the oven on and everything. He said, yeah. He said, she trusts us. I said, well, that's
you
really
know,
good.
we're in the process of taping a brand new program
Yes.
for 3ABN, and I'm going to be
For our
in the
brand new
kitchen
kids network. It's
with
gonna air.
Tiny Tots, teaching Tiny Tots the kitchen. And we're going to teach them the safety. We're going to teach them how to measure. We're going to have lots of fun.
It's going to be really good. It's Cooking with Miss Cinda, and she's also creating a recipe book, just a cookbook just for Tiny
Just for
Tots.
Tiny
It's
Tots.
going to be awesome. I can't wait. And it will be one of our new programs airing on our 3ABN Kids Network. So
That is so cool.
it's going to be awesome. And she has been already in production taping brand new worship programs for Tiny Tots. So a 15-minute worship program every day that moms and dads can have worship with their Tiny Tots. Isn't that an awesome idea? And I'm excited for you to see that one. And you've still got a few more episodes to
We
shoot.
do. We do.
But she's already completed a week of taping. They're amazing. So you're going to love it.
Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to set this back here.
You want a
so we're going
fork
to take this, and what you do, and I'm going to just show you on a couple of them. Put this in the very middle, like this. Now you can put it inside too, if you want, or you can just put it in the middle, and then just take your knife and just swirl. Not a lot, but you want to just swirl it in there just a little bit.
What if you just went like this? Even with the toothpick.
That you could do a toothpick
know,
too,
like
or you
you
could
had.
do a fork. Or another thing that you could do is you could like take half of it out, put some of this in so you have it in layers, swirl that,
Okay.
please sis,
All right.
and then put another layer on top, and then just a tiny bit more, and
So you swirl it that way.
right.
Depends how much
And
fun you
then-
want to have.
Exactly. And your kids will have fun doing this. And then you're going to sprinkle a little bit of the streusel on top. And that's,
And how long will you bake this?
you will bake these. Now, at home, I baked them at 375 depending on your oven. So check your oven. You'll bake it at 375 to 400 for about 18 minutes. And when you put your knife in the center, it doesn't have to come out totally clean. It can come out with a little bit of crumbs
What
on
about
it
a
because
toothpick?
I underbake it. You can do a toothpick too, and it can have a little bit of crumbs in it. You just don't want it to be liquid because I like them underbaked. I like them a little soft.
Okay.
So,
And you have some already prepared for you right over here, and those look amazing. And I think, wait.
oh
Here we go.
no, that's what I
Yeah.
say. That's
There
a
you
sweet
go.
sister.
There you go, sis. She is our
Thank
official
you.
taster right there.
Thank you. What a sweet sister.
Oh, and that looks good, doesn't
And
it?
look at all that yummy cinnamon.
Doesn't that look good? That's wonderful.
Okay.
I'll show this camera right over here. There you go. Now they can
Isn't
get
it
a
good?
Yeah. Now they can see what you're talking about.
I think we
That's
have
it.
one more
We
one.
do, and our last and final one is my Raisin Bran Muffins. Let me read the recipe for you. For this, you will need 1 cup of all bran cereal, 1 cup of original flavored almond milk, 1½ cups of white whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar, 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce, 1/2 cup of original flavored almond milk, 1/4 cup of canola oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of raisins, and 1/2 cup of dates that are chopped. I love Raisin Bran cereal, and I love raisins. So, and bran muffins are one of my favorite muffins. So when we were doing marvelous muffins today, of course, I had to think of a bran muffin.
You think
Well,
your favorite?
well, sure. You think about the comfort foods, the things that you like the most, and And today, I also want to share, I have the stuff to make, these are actually raisin date muffins, but I also just recently came back, as I mentioned, from New Zealand, and our friends over there, Jeremy Dixon, Jeremy and his wife Verity, they actually came and did a cooking program with you. So some of you may remember seeing Chef Jeremy with us on the program.
So much fun.
We had a lot of fun. Well, guess what? 3abn is now, he's hosting his own cooking program called Cook 30 on 3abn that she'll start airing soon. And while
I love the programs too. They're awesome.
They really are. And he has 2 vegetarian restaurants over in New Zealand, in Auckland. And while I was there, my assistant Melissa Hoffman and I and our friend Julie, we went over there and we visited his restaurant. So sisters, I can
Someday
count.
I want to be able to do that.
The food was amazing, and I can't wait for you to see his new program.
You brought back something. I'm anxious to try.
That's right. Well, he has a product there that is you can go into any grocery store over in New Zealand and find. They're called Fruze balls. They're F-R-O-O-Z-E, Fruze balls,
yeah.
and there's come in 4 different flavors. There's apricot, banana, cranberry, and then an original flavor that has, I think, dates and raisins and nuts. But there's no preservatives. It's all just dried fruit and nuts. No extra sweeteners, nothing like that. It's just pure dried fruit and nuts. And they're rolled up in a ball like this. In fact, why don't you put one in my hand right here, sis? And you can see.
Maybe I should put one in my mouth too.
That always works.
Works for me.
Aren't those delicious? And they're rolled in just a little bit of coconut. You want to see that, sis? And they are delicious. Well, one thing I thought in our muffins today, I'm going to have you cut them into pieces, and we're going to include them in our muffins because I've tried it already, and there's some in our sample.
These are delicious. They're soft.
But you can
they're,
make your
they're
muffins
like really soft and moist,
moist.
and chewy, and they're not real sweet, but just a hint of sweetness.
That's right.
And that's what I like about
So
them.
it says you can chop some of those up over there for us.
But you don't have to put them in your muffins. You just can.
Right, you can. This is an added thing. Now, they're available right now in New Zealand. And in fact, you can go to this website, to Jeremy's website, to find out more about the Fruze balls. Also, he is actually starting a new company here in America, and so they're going to be plentiful as well. So you want to get all your information there in the Fruze balls. They are amazing. They really are. I love them. And we love Jeremy and Verity so much. In fact, I got to tell you a quick story. But first, we're going to start making our muffins. The very first thing is you're going to take your bran cereal, and you're going to take 1 cup of that bran cereal and 1 cup of your almond milk and stir it up and let it set. So it's going to get mushy like this. Can you see right here? It's kind of very soft, and you can no longer define a shape out of it. It's just nice, soft. It looks kind of mushy. Okay, that means it's ready to go. So while it's there, Linda, we're going to just put in our dried ingredients over here. And I'll put some over here for you. You can just put those all in the bowl.
This is not a good job to give me. There may not be any of these to put in the batter.
That's what I'm worried about.
They're that good.
And then we'll just combine all these dry ingredients. And then, sis, now all the wet ingredients, except for the dates and the raisins, can go in here. And then we're just going to combine it.
You may find this surprising, but I really love food. It's really good.
It's a good thing. All right, so now we're going to combine all our wet ingredients right in here. And sis, I'm going to let you just put the applesauce in. I've got the brown sugar in. We're going to put the oil in. And you're just going to stir this up, sis, until it's all combined. And also, we don't want to forget our vanilla. And put that in there. And while she's stirring that up, Cinda's doing really good on her Fruze balls over here. I have to share a little story with you because while we were in New Zealand, Jeremy and Verity said, hey, look, while you're here, you have 1 free day. We'd love to take you around and show you New Zealand. So they listed, they emailed me 8 different things that we could do. And one of them was like bungee jumping off the harbor bridge. And they were serious. And then
I'd love to have seen that.
And then there was, they call it thrashing in the bush. And I guess that's like hiking. But
That
they call it-
doesn't sound like you either.
No, no, no. And so they had all these, you're going up in this outside doors activities, and they had all these hot pools and you know, thermopools. I don't know, all this
You
stuff.
would have gotten hurt in your high heels.
And it was, here, you need some of this. And, ooh. And so, yeah, so that gives her a little more to do mixing that up in there. Well, guess what? I looked at all that list, and then I went, oh my goodness. So I emailed them back and I said, Jeremy and Verity, I really appreciate this. I said, but I didn't see the one thing on the list that you meant for this sister. If Cinda was here, she would never let me get away with this for a minute. We would be bungee jumping off the harbor bridge. I said, but this sister prefers a nice, quiet sightseeing tour from the car window.
Yeah, she goes, is there any place we can shop?
Yeah, there's some little nice, quaint shopping
Or a
places.
restaurant?
And a nice place for to have a, you know, leisurely lunch and visit with friends. Now that's my kind of day. And they just burst out laughing. They're like, and that's the day they gave me, by the way. We had an amazing day. So I want to just show you these real quick photos. Here is a picture of us on our amazing day with Jeremy and Verity and my assistant Melissa and myself. We were standing in the middle of a frame that was out in the middle of nowhere for you to stand up and get a picture made out of. It was really cool. And also, there's a picture here of Julie Spence, our friend that took us to Jeremy's and Verity's restaurant, and Melissa, my assistant, and I at the restaurant. And here is a picture of me inside Revive Cafe. Well, real quick, sis, we're just going to dump these in, the dates, the raisins. We're going to spray the pan here with a little non-stick cooking spray, and then just divide the batter, one scoop in of each one. Oh, that's good enough, because you're going to bake these for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees until a toothpick comes out clean. And that's the way you'll know it's done. And then take it out of the pan, and I have some right here already prepared for you. And they are ready to take a bite, and Cinda is going to not disappoint us, sis. So drum roll, please. Voila. Aren't those moist and nice? You guys are going to love them. Something else you're going to love is my sisters and I have 6 cookbooks out for you to enjoy, and now we're going to show you how you can get yours.
If you've enjoyed the recipes you've seen today and would like to purchase your own copy of one of their cookbooks, including their new cookbook, Cooking with Kellogg's, you can write to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. That's 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. You can call 618-627-4651. That's 618-627-4651. Or, if you'd like to contact the Micheff sisters for speaking appointments or concerts, you can do so at their website at micheffsisters.com. That's MICHEFF sisters.com.
Hello, I'm Jason Bradley, and we love to hear from those of you who take time to write and call us. A viewer in Brooklyn, New York wrote us to say, I've been watching 3ABN for several years now and want to congratulate your entire team as you celebrate your 30th anniversary. I love you all, and may God bless each and every one of you real good as you continue work for Him. May this gospel reach the ends of the earth so Christ can come and take His faithful children home. I hope to be one of them. Here's a letter from a viewer who enjoyed our music special, Hallelujah, We're Home at Last. They wrote, as I listened to the choir and Mr. Larry Goss, I just kept wondering, where would we be today if there were no 3ABN? Where would we be if there hadn't been a group of believers to proclaim this message to a lost and dying world? Where would we be if Jesus hadn't touched so many people to provide the funds to keep 3ABN going and on the air all these years? We simply must do all we can through the blessings the Lord has bestowed on each of us. So many of you tell us that 3ABN has brought you back to the Lord, like this viewer who writes from North Brunswick, New Jersey. I want to thank you for teaching me present truth, she says. I have been a Christian since I was 17, and I'm 74 now. but I was rebaptized last August and joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I've been watching 3ABN since we got cable in 2008, and I thank John Stanton and John Lomacang on house calls for answering my questions using the Bible. I also want to thank Doug Batchelor for explaining to me what happens when we die, just as I was asking that question while going through a bout of breast cancer. Thank you for being there for me. And finally, this letter that says, I left the church at an early age, but was rebaptized from watching 3ABN. We pray for you each morning and evening because you are truly like family to us. We can't always get to church, but thank God we have 3ABN. This is truly God's station. I want to thank all of you who pray for this ministry and support financially each month. And if the Holy Spirit impresses, please send your tax-deductible gifts to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois, 62896. Thank you for your love and support, and may God bless you all during this new year.
We have had so much fun today, and the time has gone so fast. Let's just take one more look and see what we've made today.
And
Marvelous
I've
muffins.
had good tasting them all.
Yes, you did. She knows for sure how
We
good
have
they
our
are.
peanut butter cup muffins.
Oh, those look delicious. And then we have our pumpkin duffins right there.
I liked those. That is a different texture. Oh, and the cinnamon streusel.
Those are good. Those are really
The
good.
little surprise
That's
swirl.
right.
Ooh, the oatmeal blueberry. And I love the lemon glaze on it.
Yes. That's a nice touch, sis.
And then we have the mini strawberry muffins.
Ooh, that somehow didn't have quite enough strawberries in them.
Well, I'll double it for you next time.
Good plan. And then last but not least, we have our raisin bran muffins.
Oh,
and
Those were good too.
they were really good. You know, we hope we've inspired you to get into your kitchen and not
With
only
your
get
kids.
with your kids
With
and
your
get
kids.
baking, because we talk a lot about cooking, but baking is fun in the kitchen as well.
And you know what you could do? You could share them with someone who's, you know, a little sad or not feeling good or lonely.
Or just an
and
I love you
spread some
gift.
cheer.
Then, you know,
Yes.
put some in a little basket. Look how this is like a $2 little basket. Put a little, napkin in it, a cloth napkin, and put your muffins in there and take it to your next door neighbor.
But you
and
know
just
what?
say, I love, you
'Cause
know, that you're my
presentation
neighbor.
is
If you
important.
don't have a basket, take an old shoebox, cover it with some wrapping paper, have your kids
That's
help
right.
you, put a little napkin in, and you can have a nice gift to give somebody.
Exactly. And it tells somebody, you know what? I care about you. I love you.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. But
Is it
until
gone already?
next time,
Oh, no.
may
next
all
time, may
your
all your
meals
meals
be seasoned with God's love.
Bye-bye, everybody.